All right, so I just switched over to a broker account that you can see here has some money preloaded into it, just a demo account to demonstrate how you guys can enter into trades and exit trades. The first way to enter into a trade is you simply right click and you can click on this. It's called one-click trading. And this is really cool because you can see here we have a sell button, a buy button, and a lot size in the middle. So I'll go ahead and change this lot size to 0.01. And let's say at this moment in the market, I wanted to sell. Let's say I analyzed everything, decided this is a good moment to sell, and I wanted to sell right away. All I have to do is click here on sell. And the first time you'll have to accept this and then click OK. But then after that, now you can see if I click sell, boom, it'll enter into a sell trade. And you can see that sell trade appears here at the bottom in what's called the trade tab here in the terminal section. So you can see here, I got into a sell trade right here and things are going great. It's dropping even lower, so that's good. So I'll go ahead and leave that. And then the second way that you can get into a trade is to go up here to what's called new order. And you can click on that. And that will open up this here, which we're going to talk about the different sections here and how you can use this to enter into a trade. So first of all, up here, you can actually choose the pair that you want to trade. So you can see these are the pairs I actually have open over here in my market watch. So let's say you wanted to trade here on the Euro USD. Here you choose the lot size that you want to trade with. So let's say I wanted 0.01 for my lot size. And then here you can actually put the stop loss and take profit beforehand if you already had that pre-calculated before you entered into the trade. Obviously, you know where you're going to put your stop loss and take profit before you enter any trade, like we've talked about, right? But the nice thing about the one click here is you can get in right away, and then you can actually modify the take profit and stop loss. Whereas here, you can take your time and put in the stop loss and take profit before you even get in. So it just depends on what you prefer. Here you can put any comments you want to. I usually don't use that. I use my own trading journal to do that. And then here's market execution or pending order. So if you just want to get into a buy or sell trade, you'll have market execution. And then I can click on, let's say I wanted to sell. I can click on the sell right there. And boom, gets me into a sell trade, which you can see they're basically right on top of each other, the two sell trades that I took there. So now something that's really cool that I want to show is just how to set your take profit and your stop loss. So in a sell trade, right, we want to make a profit down here, correct? So what we want to do is just click on this trade and then drag down. And you can see over here on the left, actually, it says TP for take profit. And you can see here the amount of USD or dollars that I would make if the market dropped to this point at that 0.01 lot size. And then you can see here the number of points, which is 218 points, which is 21.8 pips. So it has to move 21.8 pips to hit, let's say, that take profit right there. And then for a stop loss, you just click and you drag up this way on that side of the line, because obviously you're going to lose up here if the market keeps going up, right, on a sell trade. And you can see here it says SL for stop loss, and you can see the amount in US dollars and the number of pips. And then you just let that go, and there you go. And you can see if I hover over it as well, you can see, hey, is that where I want it? Do I want it at 24.6 pips, or do I want to click on it and modify it and move it up there? So that's how you can set a stop loss and a take profit. If you just click on sell or buy, you can just drag them right away. Or if you have them predetermined, the exact number of pips and everything, and you want to take your time at getting in on your entry point, then you could click on the new order and then just type in the stop loss and take profit here. I personally think it's a lot easier if you're manually trading to just click on buy or sell, because you want to get in right away. And then you can kind of take your time and place your stop loss and take profit where you want to based on your strategy. You're also always welcome to edit these instead of just, if I want to move the take profit down here, you can also edit things down here. So you can see on this trade down here, this is in the trade tab in the terminal down here. You can see we have two trades open. You can see the time that they opened. You can see that they're both sell trades. You see the lot size. You can see on which pair. And then you can see the price that we got in at. And on this trade, you can see we set our stop loss and our take profit at these two prices. And then here's the current price. This is the commission that the broker charged based on that trade when I entered. There's no swap fee because, the market just turned to the next day. So we wouldn't acquire a swap fee until this hit 000 again. So in about 23-ish hours, right? And then here's the current profit, whether you're making money or losing money, you can see that. and you can see overall the total here. Then we've already talked about balance and equity, margin and all that. We've talked about these in a previous section, but that's all down here as well for you to see. So then if I want to close a trade, there are two different ways to do it. The easiest way is to just come down here. If you want to manually close a trade, let's say you're not going to wait for it to hit your stop loss or take profit for whatever reason, then you can click on this X, and there you go. You can see that closed that trade. So now we just have one of the sell trades open. A second way is you can right click on your trade and hit close right here, and that'll just close out the trade as well. Another thing I want to show real fast is I'll get into a sell trade real fast. You can see if I right click on the sell trade that I have the option to put a trailing stop on here. So a trailing stop you guys have learned about is a stop loss that will trail and go along as you're moving into more and more profit. It'll trail behind. So you can go to custom here and you can put the number of points in. Now, like I said, points are different than pips. So in your MT4 platform, you're going to want to put, for 10 pips, you would put 100 points. So just an extra zero is on there. For 100 pips, you would put 1,000 points. For 80 pips, you would put 800 points. Or for 20 pips, you would put 200 points. So you guys probably get the point. So if I want a 20 pip trailing stop, then I just put 200 in there. I click OK, and that one currently has a trailing stop on it. So I'll go ahead and close this trade as well, just like that. And then one thing I want to show you before getting into pending orders is down here you have the trade tab, exposure, all these different ones down here. The main ones you're going to use are the trade tab and the account history tab. So account history, you can see in here that there was some trading done here. You can see the most recent ones that there was 16 cents loss, 13 cents loss, and 13 cents loss. So you can see these different trades here. On the date, you can see what type of trade they were, all the trade history here. And you can use that to go back through and analyze the different trades that you made. And you can see here, for example, on these ones that they hit a take profit here, that this one hit a stop loss. So you can see they're highlighted as well if they hit stop losses or take profit. So this account history tab will show you the profit loss. It'll show you all the different trades that you've taken. And that's really useful, especially as you're analyzing things in your trade journal. If you need to go back in and look at a certain trade in here, you'll always have this documented as well, which is nice. So there's the account history tab and the trade tab are really the two most important out of all of these here. The journal as well will be important for you if you're using a software. At some point, you may need to go into the journal tab. So just so you're aware, that's down here. But we'll go back to the trade tab here. And now we'll go into how you can set pending orders. So remember, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. We're going to talk about those now. So let's say that once the market moves down to this point here, to this line, let's say, that you want to get into a sell trade. So since the market's moving down and you want to sell the trigger here, that would be a sell stop. And you can refer back to our diagrams or the PDF that shows you when it's a sell stop or sell limit or buy stop or buy limit. But if we want to get into a sell trade, if the market gets down to a certain point, then we would do a sell stop. So how can we do a sell stop? There are two different ways. One way is you can right click and you can go up here, and usually there's going to be a buy limit, or if you hover over trading, you can see there will be a sell stop. So there are two different types of trades you could do there. So you can just click sell stop and boom, there you have it. And you can see it got in at 0.01 lot size, the same one that we had up here. And that's that. And if you want to move this, you can to a certain point. But at that point, if the market moves down and hits this sell stop, a sell trade's going to trigger at a 0.01 lot size. And there you have it. And actually, you can edit in here the stop loss. If you double click there, like I just did, you can put a stop loss and a take profit so that once that's triggered, a stop loss and take profit are also triggered for that trade that you just got into. So you can really set everything up and just be ready to capitalize on your trade with these pending orders. Another way that you can do it to get into a pending order, in fact, I'll just delete this one here, is let's say you wanted that same sell stop. You can click on new order up here, and we want this pair. I like this one because you can change the lot size right here in the same thing. So let's say I want a 0.02. And then what you can do is you go here, instead of market execution, you click on pending order. Once you click on pending order, you have the option to click on buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, or sell stop. So we'll do a sell stop here. And then you can type in the exact price that you want it at. So if you want at the 1.11385, then I can type that in here, 1.11385. And there you go. And then you just click here on place. And there you have it, placed right on that line. So from there, of course, you can drag it, you can modify it, you can put in your stop loss, take profit, open it back up. You can change the stop loss, take profit, or put a different price in that you want it to be, or whatever you want to do. You can always modify these. The only thing you can't modify after that is the lot size. So just make sure that when you set your pending orders that you have the correct lot size before you place them, so that you don't have to go in and change those. So I'll exit out of this, and then you can see down here in the trade tab, you can see that we have, in fact, let me just get into a buy trade here. Okay, you can see that we have this buy trade that I just clicked on right here that's currently in this trade. And then you can see below here that we have our pending orders. So up here are active orders that have been triggered, and down here are the pending orders. So we have our sell stop that we just set right there. And that's how you can see that. And of course, to get rid of any sell stops or anything like that, any pending orders, you can click on the X and that'll exit out there. And that's about it. The last part I want to cover is how you can add indicators to your chart. So like we talked about, a quick way would be up here. You can click on this. You can see it says indicators list. So I'll click on that. And you can see we have plenty of indicators here. The same thing is up here. If you go to insert and then indicators, you can see that we have all these indicators here as well. So it's pretty much the same thing there. You can see that trend indicators are here. So you got Bollinger Bands, you have Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, you have moving averages, all these for trends. You have the oscillators here. So those are organized for you there. And then a few more there, a couple here, and then some custom ones here as well, which is where you'll find a few that you'll need as well. But most are up here in these two that we've talked about. And then you can see over here as well that we have Fibonacci. So if you need to add Fibonacci, that's over here, the retracement or the expansion there. And then you can also even add shapes are over here as well. So if you want to add a zone, for example, you can draw that rectangle like that. So you can draw shapes. I'll go ahead and delete that. And that's about it for there. You can get to the lines here as well that we already talked about, or draw channels as well, which is really nice. So moving back up to the indicators here, if you want to add an indicator, all you have to do is have the chart open here that you want. So Euro USD, let's say I want to add the RSI to this chart. Then I go up here to insert, here to indicators. I'll go over here to oscillators because RSI is an oscillator, right? And then I'll go down here to relative strength index, RSI, and click on that. You can see here parabolic SAR is what pulled up. Sometimes that happens. I'm not sure why, if something's off. So if that happens to you as well, you can always go over here to the navigator, and you can see as well that we have indicators. You can go to oscillators, and you can find them over here as well. So if that happens to you, that's the solution for it, just so you know, like that just happened to me, and you can just drag it on, and there you have RSI. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you though. So here we are with RSI. You can see that we have different parameters and levels. So you can choose the period for the RSI, levels here if you want 70-30 or maybe 80-20 or whatever you want. You can put those in there as well. And then once you're done, you just click OK, and the RSI will appear. Whatever indicator you put on will appear right there. If you ever want to remove an indicator, you can right click and you can hit delete indicator. Or if that doesn't work, you can also always right click on your chart and go to indicators list. And then from there, you can click on it and you can edit if you need to edit it. Or you can also just click on it and then hit delete, and that will delete the indicator as well that way, and then just close out of this. So that's how you can add any indicator that you want onto your chart, and just make sure that you have the right settings once you go to add your indicator so that it matches your strategy or matches whatever you need. And that's about it for this section. So I hope that between these two sections that you've learned enough to be able to go in and use the MT4 platform with more confidence. Obviously, like we always say, practice makes perfect. So the more you practice in the MT4 platform and just practice making trades, drawing whatever you need to, adding indicators, going between different tabs, the more you're going to become comfortable with MT4. So go ahead and dive into your MT4 platform, connect a broker account, and start demo trading using any strategy that you want. And hopefully this helped you out.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you join our free Discord channel to get access to all the cheat sheets and a bunch of other cool bonuses. The next video in the course is right here.